I have seen Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and it is... Welcome back to Movies Are So Back, the YouTube movie review channel where I, Ethan Simmie, ask the question, are movies so back? Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the 8th installment in the nearly 30-year spanning incredible action franchise that is Mission Impossible, is almost here. I was lucky enough to see a press screening of it early, so I can give you my very brief thoughts on this film. Spoiler-free review. I'm going to be doing a deep dive, spoiler-filled review when the movie officially comes out, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you're notified when that video does go live, because I have thoughts. I have so many things to say, but I'm going to keep this video very brief, very high level, because I loved Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Yes, it was my most anticipated movie of 2025, and no, it did not disappoint. Is it a perfect movie? Absolutely not. Are a lot of people going to have problems with it? You bet they are. But there is something special about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning that I think, I'm still mulling it over. I'm still making sure that I agree with this, but I think it places it in the top 2 Mission Impossible movies. And I know that is a bold statement to say right out of the gate, but like I said, I think it's true. So here are my very brief, very high level, very quick thoughts on Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This movie is imperfectly perfect to me, and by that I mean that the movie is deeply flawed. There are some strange and abrasive editing or visual choices. The score is not on par with some of the other installments in this franchise. There are definitely some big pacing issues. The narrative is quite expansive and large, and some would even go so far as to say over-bloated. But amid all of those things, it's kind of a really sweet, heartfelt, perfect in my mind movie that perfectly displays Ethan Hunt and Mission Impossible and the IMF and what we have come to know about the sum of Ethan's choices over the last 7 movies leading into this 8th installment. And Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is structured a little bit differently than all of the other Mission Impossibles because it is a little bit slower. It is a lot of world building first. It is a lot of recalling obscure characters or events from prior Mission Impossible films that I really, really liked and I thought was done really effectively. And then the back half of the movie is kind of where all the action takes place. Those are where the big set pieces are. And let me tell you, breathtaking, absolutely gobsmacking stuff from our cinematic Lord and Savior, Tom Cruise. I still can't believe what I witnessed on the screen. I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't want to say anything, but there is a chunk in the middle of this movie where I just was constantly murmuring, no fucking way. There's just no way that this happened. And it did indeed happen in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. What I like so much about this movie is the fact that it is a huge exploration into Ethan Hunt as a person and the sum of the choices that he has made. And if that has in fact made his life better, made the world better, and him saving the world time after time after time for the last 29 years has led to a better reality, a better society, a better junction of where we are as a human culture. And it's not such an easy question to answer. And I think the movie tackles that in a really, really great way. The Final Reckoning is, of course, a massive finale to this 8-part franchise that has lasted so many years and continued to top itself time and time again. And the action does represent this kind of final reckoning from a narrative perspective. But this is much more a final reckoning with Tom Cruise, with Ethan Hunt as a character, and how he has lost the ones that he loves and those that he has not known, and what impact that has on people. I'll just say that. I think that is something very, very, very special about this movie. And there's so many moments and nuggets that explore that idea, that deep, deep theme so well that it just doesn't really happen in any other Mission Impossible movies. And it does happen here. I can't really talk about much more without spoiling some of the key plot details or devices or things that happen in the third act. So I'm going to end it here. But if you are on the fence about seeing Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, you should go see it. If you rewatch the entire franchise over the last week in order to prep yourself for The Final Reckoning, like myself, you should definitely go see The Final Reckoning. I stand by my take that it is the best movie of the year so far, and I love it, and it is deeply flawed, but it is perfect to me, and it means a lot to me, and I'm really excited to talk spoilers and full review about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning here when it does release on May 23rd. Mission Impossible rocks, and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning also rocks. Are movies so back? Movies have never been so back. Tom Cruise, cinematic lord and savior, Mission Impossible, the franchise that saves movie theaters time and time again. I love movies, and Mission Impossible is the movie of the year. Are you excited for this film? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you plan to see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning? Because if you do, I suggest you see it on the biggest and loudest screen possible. You will not regret it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell so you are notified every single time I do upload a new movie review. Like I said, a spoiler-filled massive review is coming out for this movie when it does hit the general public on May 23rd. I'm very excited to dive deep onto Ethan Hunt and who he is as a character, as a man, and as a societal savior. There's a lot to talk about there. I can't wait. You can also follow me on Letterboxd for all of my movie musings over there, and I will see you in the next video.